All right, so in second grade, we learn about the clock and we learned about telling time down to 1 minute. So, a few helpful things is to follow these steps when practicing anything at home. If you could just start with a circle, mark the 12, the 3, the 6, the 9, and that would be quarter after, half past, and quarter till. And then go in and mark your 1, 2, 3, it's already there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there's your 9, and 10, and 11. Okay, and then the other thing to note is that you can have them go ahead and label the minutes on the outside of the clock. And students, if you're the one watching this, you can label the minutes. Remember that it's almost like there's two timelines, two number lines, and the minute number line is the hidden one underneath because they usually only mark the hours on a clock. So you can count by fives, and I like to go ahead and have students have you draw your hops and your skips as you do it, so that way you don't lose track and you can go back and see what you did. The other thing is to learn that like the 30 is going to be at the bottom, that's halfway there. If you have to do anything on this side, that way you don't have to start at the 0 every time. So once you get this labeled, you can then label the clock on the inside as well for the hours. Okay, and let's see, 55. And this up here would be a full hour of 60 minutes, but it's also very, very important to note that that is, when we're reading something, it would be colon 00. All right. So my goal is to make these videos about 5 minutes long, so I better get going. All right. The other thing that we talked about in class is that the hour hand is the shorter hand, and if you look, the word hour is shorter than the word minute, and so that's just a little helpful way to remember that the hour hand is shorter than the minute hand when you're trying to read a clock. The other thing, again, is that if let's say the hour hand is pointing right here, then I can label this as 1 and 2. And even with the minute hand not there, because this hour hand is pointing halfway between 1 and 2, I already know that that is 1:30, because the hour hand moves as the minute hand moves. So that's very important for the students, for you students if you're watching this, to note, because if I have the hour hand like right here and it looks like 2 o'clock, it's not actually 2 o'clock. It might be still 1:57. Okay, so it's, which that was more like 1:58, but still it's not 2 o'clock yet. So it would be 1, let's say, well, let's go with 58. So 1:58, and PM is post-meridian, and AM is ante-meridian, and I can't remember how to spell it right this second, but 1 is afternoon, and AM would be in the morning, and 12 noon is the one that's in the middle of the day, and 12 midnight is the start of the day, so that is AM. So even though it's in the middle of the night, 12 midnight is 12 a.m. So 12 midnight, I'm going to write all that out. 12 midnight is 12 a.m. 12 noon is p.m. So a.m. I'll squish in at 12 p.m. Oh goodness, they're trying to play checkers in the living room. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It can get pretty competitive. Alright, so 12 a.m. is midnight, and 12 p.m. is noon. Alright, my dog wants to go out. He'll have to wait. Okay, so hopefully this helps. Just a few little hints about reading the clock. And the students are welcome to come ask me any questions, but our unit on time is over, but we will still be working on it in class as much as possible. So thank you in advance for working on it as at home as well, especially figuring out how much time has passed, like, oh, you just watched a movie. How long were you watching that movie? What time was it when it started? This is what time it is when it ended, and you can figure out how much time has passed, because it's also hard once the hour hand goes past the hour when you're trying to calculate that time. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you another time.